One of the striking lessons from Portfolios of the Poor and the financial diaries is the way that people use loans. The microcredit movement has been a global success, and it's been built on a very specific idea of how people use loans. That specific idea is that people are looking to finance their businesses, that by getting loans, that by getting capital, they can grow those businesses, increase their income, and improve their lives. But when we actually see what people are doing with their loans, what they're looking to do with bank finance, it turns out they're doing lots of things with loans, dealing with emergencies, paying for school fees, putting food on the table in very simple ways. That what people are looking to do is to have loans, but loans for general purposes. And we started to see that by opening up the narrative, we could move to another generation of financial products that can be more meaningful for poor households and address some of their biggest challenges in more effective ways. As we think about extending the methodology of the financial diaries, it's been really exciting to see that other researchers have seized these methods. So right now, I know of replications of financial diaries in Malawi. In Bolivia, I just heard about a new project in Kenya. The methods can and should be replicated in a variety of settings. And I hope the messages and the lessons that are coming out help to extend what we see in the core countries that we study in the book. And they may lead to contradictions. They may lead to extensions. They may lead to complications and inconsistencies. But that's how we make progress. The other way that the financial diaries can have power is to focus on a new set of questions and a new set of asking questions. It's the idea of collecting data at higher frequencies than we usually do. Instead of going in once or going in 1 year and then coming back another year later. Going in and asking questions 1 week and coming back the next week or sometime in the next month. The power of that approach, I think, is manifest in the financial diaries, and we need to think about doing it some of the time to answer a broader range of questions. The financial diaries have been, financial diaries, and it's been natural that because of who the authors are and what the book does, that the focus has really been on thinking about new financial solutions. But in many ways, I think that the biggest power of the book has nothing to do with financial interventions. What we see is that people are making choices. They're willing to pay for quality services. In our case, we're focused on quality financial services. And people are paying a lot of money to save right now and to borrow. And we try to imagine how you could do better in those dimensions by providing better services at cheaper prices. But the same exact lessons play out for thinking about schools, for thinking about healthcare. And in the healthcare sector, we see that the households we met are dealing with health issues all the time. Half the Bangladeshi households, 42% of the Indian households suffered major health problems over the year. In South Africa, something like 80% of households are paying for funerals because they're dealing with the ravages of AIDS that is at epidemic proportions. What we see is that to deal with the health problems that households have, they've got to solve financial problems as well. And so breaking out of our silos, not just thinking about health problems as health problems and financial problems as financial problems, is an important step to making both sides work better. In the United States, one of the biggest reasons why people get into bankruptcy and have financial problems is because of health problems. Same thing we see in some of the tragic stories in the financial diaries. So thinking about these things together, how do you develop health insurance or emergency loans to help people deal with their health problems more effectively at the source so they don't spill over into their lives more broadly? And how do we develop financial tools to help people get to doctors more quickly, get the medicines they need more quickly so that they can stay healthier? Thinking about this together, thinking about pricing and the ability to pay together, is going to be a big step, which I think is ultimately could be one of the biggest benefits and achievements of this approach.
He wants to be the owner of a house like this.
How much would a house like this cost?
And he says that it requires at least 30,000 taka to build a house like this.
And would he be able to borrow 30,000?
He said no, because NGOs won't allow him to borrow that much amount of money to make a house like this.
Did he ever borrow money from a moneylender?
Yes, he borrowed.
How much did he borrow?
He borrowed 4,000 taka.
And what was the interest rate?
And the rate of interest, he says that it was 10% per month.
Did he understand what that meant?
Yes, he understood, and he explained it that that is 10 taka per 100 taka per month.
And what was that for?
He borrowed that money for medical treatment of one of his sons.
And did he think it was worth borrowing the money?
Yes, he thought that was worth borrowing of money.
And was his son cured?
No. Unfortunately, his son died.